Speaking 12 languages. How the hell is that gonna happen by the time I'm 25?
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
大家好，我是 Ikenna, okay? I'm the language guy. You guys know me. But today is a very special day because I wanted to talk about and share my future goals so you guys can know me just a little bit better. And I also want you guys to know a little bit more about my story. And trust me, my story, is very interesting. I got all these languages up in here. It's like Game of Thrones, they're all trying to take over. You're gonna want to stick around to the end, alright? Because at the end of the video, I'm actually gonna be revealing which language I'm gonna be learning next. And some of you guys have been asking me for it, so well, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So what ignited the fire inside of me to start and try to go after speaking 12 different languages? Well, it all started long ago with a little anime called Soda Ore. If you guys don't know it, it's an anime about the dude who gets trapped in the video game, and if he gets killed in the video game, he dies in real life, and it's very interesting. It especially was for my 15-year-old self. Still kind of low-key watch it. This was one of my first introductions to Japanese, and hearing the language got me so interested in it, I just had to learn it. And it just kind of went from there. And I started at the age of 15, and by the time I was 16 years old, I was starting to get pretty confident with my Japanese. I was feeling very good about myself until it happened. The Fire Nation, the Thinker released a video about this kid who is also the same age as me, maybe a little bit older, maybe a year older, who could speak 20 languages. Now, the guy, if you guys know the video, I'll link it down below, but the guy's name is Timothy Donor. And at the time, I was young, and I'm a very competitive person just in general, and I saw this video, I'm like, well, that's it. Okay, I'm going home. Bye-bye. No, seriously, I was very impressed. I was very inspired, and I was a little bit intimidated. I saw this dude who was, roughly the same age, and he spoke all these languages. Meanwhile, I was still struggling with my first one, which was Japanese. Now, obviously, this dude probably spoke a few of them fluently, especially at that young age, and other ones he probably spoke, conversationally fluently, or just a little bit of it. So back then I was reading all the comments from his videos, and I was so inspired about the respect that people were giving him, and how he's been able to connect to all these people, especially I saw it in the video, and it really inspired me. It made me think of the fact that maybe in the future it'd be possible to actually speak all these different languages. And then not so far after that, I watched the movie Limitless. If you guys don't know this movie, it's about this dude who takes a pill, and the myth is that you can only use 10% of your brain, but he takes this pill and he's able to use 100% of his brain, meaning he's able to learn languages in like 3 weeks and stuff like that, the fluency and all that. And I was shook. I was like, that'd be so, especially I was like 16 at the time, I'd be like, that'd be so cool! I would love to be able to take just a pill and just be able to unlock my brain and to learn anything I want in a week. But alas, that's not possible. And if that pill does exist, it's called hard work and discipline. But seriously, I was shook by this movie. I was shook by this dude, Timothy Donor, so I was like, you know what? I think I can do this. Pretty damn unique hobby, and if I'm successful, by the time I'm actually be able to speak all these languages, I'd be able to talk to over half the world's population in either their first or second language, and that's damn cool. 真的不错. So I started, and well, here I am today. I can speak 6 languages, just in case you want to know which 6. English, obviously, because I'm American from New York, but then in order, Japanese, Russian, Dutch, French, and Mandarin Chinese most recently. And at the current moment, I am 22 years old, meaning in the next 3.5 years, I want to learn an additional 6. So the 6 additional languages are Korean, Portuguese, Igbo, which is my native Nigerian language, which you also heard in the beginning of this video, Egyptian Arabic, Hindi, and reveal time, the language that I'm learning next, as in I'm starting this month, is Spanish. So I'm gonna be learning Spanish next. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be Spain Spanish or Latin American Spanish, but I'll figure it out. But I'm very excited about that, and obviously you guys can expect more Spanish content. But hold up for a second, maybe you're thinking in your head right now, "Chotto matte kudasai, Ikenna-senpai. How the hell are you gonna learn these languages in 3.5 years? Here's the thing, I've been learning languages for a long time. I know my stuff, I know what resources to use, I know what the best ones are, I know how long a day I need to study for. And most importantly, I know that I can. Now, this is probably one of the most critical factors of learning a language or learning a new language. You need to have that confidence in yourself that you can do it. And me, I've been learning languages for the last 8 years, so any language that comes my way, even if there's not a lot of resources for it, I have a very strong core belief that I can handle it, I can learn it. But how about you? Now, you might have clicked on this video because you're like, wow, that's cool that this guy could do it, but how about me? And my answer is that, listen, if you take the next 10 years you can definitely learn 10 languages, 12 languages, maybe even 15 languages if you're talented at it. Is that for you? Maybe you want to live in China or Mexico and it makes more sense to spend 5 years like really mastering a language. Your goal should always be very central to you. And for example, my personal goals, like I said, I want to speak these 12 languages. However, a lot of people are like, oh, well, you just know these languages to intermediate level, you're never gonna master these languages. My goal is not to live in China, is not to live in a foreign country for a very long time, so I don't have the need to master a language. I'm very happy with getting to a conversationally fluent level. However, by the time I'm 25, I'm not going to learn any more languages for the next 5 years or the last 5 years of my 20s. I'm going to take my time, hire the best people to really make sure my languages are top notch and get every single one of my languages from an intermediate level to an upper intermediate or even advanced. That's my personal strategy. So when you see me speaking my languages now, know that yes, I'm at a conversational fluent level in every single one of them. I can understand a lot more than I can actually speak to. However, for me, this is not a short-term game. Whether you are 10 years old right now, you're 20 years old, you're 30 years old, 40 years old, you're gonna wake up in the future and you're gonna be 10 years older. Do you really want to kind of sit back and not do anything with this time, or are you gonna really invest in yourself properly? For me, it's all about investing myself and nurturing these languages, not over the course of just 2 weeks, learn a language in 3 weeks, no, but actually over years and years and years and years. And that's how they build and that's how they grow and develop. Not saying it's what you need to do, but this is how I operate. And I'm sure you guys have seen the ad by now, so I don't really want to talk about it too much, but if you are very interested in how I personally learn languages, everything from my method, from my mindset, which is very critical, you can check out my book, Fluency Made Easy. It's at 50% off right now. Highly recommend it. The reviews have been great, but enough about that. Seriously, I just want you guys to take this video to get to know me a little bit more, know my inner motivations, but also to share your goals. I want you to share your goals downstairs in the comment section below. What languages do you want to learn? What do you want to achieve? What difficulties have you faced? And when do you want to achieve them by? You can't just be like, I want to learn Spanish whenever. No, you gotta have a date. Helps you. Trust me, it will help your discipline to be like, I want to get good by this time. So, what language do you want to learn? When do you want to learn them by? Leave it downstairs in the comment section below. This has been Ikenna, the language guy, and I'm gonna sign off now and go eat some pasta. Bye-bye.